Welcome, St. Dominic Camp rookies. Nice of you to join us. Let's show these rookies what they'll need to survive.
About 4 or 5 years ago, I streamed a game called Sniper Ghost Warrior 3. I still have the stream active on my channel, but it's a quite shitty video, to be honest with you. If you're curious enough about how fucking ass my content making ability used to be, it's there for the reference. But that's really beside the point. Sniper Ghost Warrior is a series that I've always been very mixed on. Developed by City Interactive and released in 2010 as a sequel to the 2008 tactical shooter Sniper Art of Victory, Sniper Ghost Warrior is a game that I consider to be the pinnacle of mixed bags. To be honest with you all, I've never been able to actually make it through the initial trilogy. It's probably a bit strange, but I've played them all and have never finished a single Sniper Ghost Warrior game. I've just found them to be difficult to tolerate from start to finish. But now is the day that that shit changes. As a way of bringing this channel to a full circle, I've decided to go through one of the Sniper Ghost Warrior games. I don't know yet if I'll be able to handle getting to the sequels, but I figure that making a video of at least one of them would give me some form of closure in my sad, pathetic life. Once again, before starting, I did attempt to try the multiplayer and it didn't want to fucking work for me, so yeah, nothing I could do about that. In the original Sniper Ghost Warrior, you play as a bunch of fucking dudes in the same vein as something similar to Call of Duty. The game is split up with multiple missions and 4 different acts where you're tasked with doing different shit in each one. One mission you might be trying to go rescue some fucking asshole, and another one you might be planting some beacons to blow shit up. Or you might have to go assassinate some fucking dickhead and take out a convoy to assist other people. Ultimately, however, the goal of the game is to take out some fucking fictional general named Vasquez. Some other shit happens along the way, but that's the overall premise of the game. I don't give a shit if it's a fucking spoiler or not, because the game fucking sucks. Oh, and before I move on to other shit about the game, 2 things. 1, check out this fucking ending.
Mission accomplished. Get out of there.
All it fucking says is the end. Just absolutely perfect. And second, then we get this shit with the upside down credits. Fantastic. Absolutely fucking fantastic. Now comes the fun part where I dive right into the important shit and tell all you fine people about the gameplay. No one should really be all that surprised, but you're mostly doing sniping. There's a few levels here and there that promote stealth, meaning that if you get caught, it's
mission failed. We'll get them next time.
You have a few different sniper rifles that could be used, some of which are silenced and others loud. There's also a few assault rifles and a single shotgun, it seems like. I didn't really find any of them to be worth picking up due to the game's horrific recoil and bullets not seeming to make impact with shit that shoots at you. Other than that, you'd have what you expect. You have grenades, C4, and really the only good feature of the game, the throwing knives. Whipping these things at enemies was probably the only time that I experienced slight joy while playing this pile of fucking shit. When it comes to any other aspects of the game, honestly, Sniper Ghost Warrior might be one of the hardest fucking games that I've ever played in my life. It's so inconsistently difficult that I found myself absolutely fucking baffled at some of the ridiculous shit. A lot of this comes down to shitty game design too. There's a few instances where I found myself dying and then respawning in front of multiple dudes that were fucking peppering me with bullets. This is thanks to a shitty ass checkpoint system that the developers didn't bother fucking testing. This shit was so fucking annoying to deal with that I honestly felt like punching the fuck out of my monitor. The only redeeming factor that I can find is that the game is mercifully short. Seriously, some levels are like 5 minutes long. I guess that technically could be considered a good thing because it provides extra motivation to actually sit down and finish this shit show of a campaign. Other annoying factors include the bullet drop and the health kits. I played on normal difficulty and there were certain points where I was lining up shots and just couldn't hit shit. This would usually result in me getting fucking blasted with a shitload of rounds to the point of me gasping for a kit. It did seem like you regenerated health up to like 30 points, but it really wasn't all that helpful considering that if you peeked your head up, you got fucking lit up almost instantly. You were basically risking almost instant death every time you peeked your head. Not being exclusive to sniping, you got assault rifles too, but the iron sight aiming on them was absolute fucking shit. It seemed like every gun had a fucking bent barrel or something because I found myself dumping entire clips into full sets of enemies and sometimes wouldn't even see a single one drop. Lastly, I feel like it's worth mentioning that sometimes it's insanely difficult to tell where you're being hit from. You just have to circle around and hope that you see something before you die. It doesn't help that some areas have enemies who blend in like fucking chameleons either. I will say though, when I wasn't getting fucking pissed off, I did find certain aspects of the game to be fucking hilarious. The slow motion breaching sequences similar to Call of Duty were so fucking unremarkable and anticlimactic that I found myself cracking up at how shitty it all seemed. There's also the slow motion kills and shit, which is fascinating for like 5 minutes, but honestly, after dying so much of the stupidest shit, I had to turn it off because I was fucking seeing the same slow motion kills on the same fucking enemies over and over again. It really fucked my patience to hell. Admittedly, I don't really have anything positive to say about Sniper Ghost Warrior. It's absolute shit and I feel fucking dirty forcing myself to sit down and play through the whole game. When you combine the inconsistent AI with bullshit like the horrid iron sights aiming and enemies having pinpoint accuracy that you have no answer to deal with other than pray for a lucky bullet, you're in for one of the most fucked up times of your life. It took me around 3 hours to complete the main campaign, but honestly, I can't imagine playing this shit for any longer than I did. Sadly, there's actual downloadable content missions too, and unfortunately, I own the DLC, so I feel like I'm required to talk about it. In Unfinished Business, you once again play as the sniper fuckers from the main campaign. It takes place after taking out Vasquez, so it's directly linked. The game consists of a single act with multiple missions, each of them significantly longer than the ones in the main campaign. The goal of this abomination is to take out the son of Vasquez, a dude named Santana. There isn't really anything that stands out about this, except for the fact that the developers littered the fucking map with enemies and you get a new sniper rifle to dick around with. The sniper rifle isn't anything to write home about either, because it sucks fucking dick compared to the one that you get in the main campaign. Other than that, the levels are actually extremely annoying because you have a lot of sections where if you're spotted, you have to restart from a fucking checkpoint. It took me around an hour to complete the DLC, and to be honest with you, it's barely an improvement from the base game. Even the ending was just as shitty.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
In closing, Sniper Ghost Warrior fucking sucks dick and is easily the worst game that I fished for content on this channel. It's a fucking piece of shit disgrace to society and makes me sick knowing that it's in my Steam library. There's more of these games that I'll get to eventually, but I don't think I could handle another one for now. Let's just put this shit on the back burner and call it a day. One nightmare was more than enough for me to handle.
Hello? Have you been up long?
I've just had a nightmare.